This nasty little fungus has jumped from the screen into your life. You've just eaten the deadly parasite spores from The Last of Us. But where would you find this fungus? How do its spores turn living things into zombies? And how could this fungus improve your love life? This is What If, and here's what would happen if you ate the Cordyceps from The Last of Us. The Cordyceps fungus has taken over the world in the popular game and now TV show The Last of Us. But how much of this drama is based on reality? Well, more than you think. In South America, these parasitic spores have decimated populations of ants, beetles, and spiders. In ants, the Cordyceps releases a neuromodulator, a chemical cocktail that keeps the brain healthy while the body hideously transforms. Like in the show, the fungus sprouts a fruiting body that pops out of the insect's mouth. The ants lose control of themselves and viciously bite anything in their way. Over time, the fungus explodes out of the ant's body, raining down spores and death on the other ants nearby. And then the cycle begins again. But could this deadly zombie fungus ever jump from insects to humans? In the show and in the video game, the fungal infestation causes a human's body and brain to mutate. The victims become bloodthirsty creatures, the infected. Some of the most terrifying of the infected are the clickers, who are more fungus than human. These terrifying monsters roam the streets, using their echolocation abilities to hunt down fresh meat like you. As the humans die, they find a secluded area to release spores back into the world, just like infected ants do in real life. But ants aren't the only species to suffer from fungi like Cordyceps. There are fungal infections in humans that can lead to deadly consequences too. Fungus like Candida auris have emerged as a growing threat to humanity. This yeast enters the bloodstream and causes severe infections. The fungus resists drug treatment and sends its victims to the hospital for long periods of time. And don't forget ergot. This fungal disease that contaminates rye grain can spread gangrene in your arms and legs. If you ate this fungus, you would feel like you're on fire and would suffer intense hallucinations. In The Last of Us, humanity meets its end by eating products like pancake mix contaminated by Cordyceps. So, if you ate the Cordyceps fungus, would you zombify like the ants? Yeah, that would be unlikely. The fungus hasn't adapted to produce the same reaction in every species. Evolution would need more time to create a strain of Cordyceps that would destroy humanity. And considering that Cordyceps has been around for millions of years, well, that probably won't be happening anytime soon. I mean, unless we turn this planet into a hothouse. We'll get to that later. In reality, humans have been eating Cordyceps for a long time. Chinese, Tibetan, and northern Indian cultures have used the fungus to treat illnesses in their traditional medicine. In China, they take the fruiting stalks from dead infected insects to treat fatigue, kidney disease, and low sex drives. Are you in the mood now? Lab testing has shown that eating Cordyceps has positively affected animals by treating chronic diseases like lymphoma and lung cancer. But this stuff isn't cheap. It'll cost you up to $18,000 per kilogram of Cordyceps stalks. So, how is this safe to eat? Well, your body generates too much heat for this zombie fungus to turn you into a mindless killer. For now, at least. As temperatures rise across the globe, the fungus might one day adapt to cause the mayhem you love to watch every week. So, if you want to survive, like Joel, well, you may have to live without pancakes. If you call that living. But what if the Cordyceps did wipe out humanity? What if The Last of Us happened in real life? Well, stay right here because that's a story for another What If.